about your life or your future life through my experiences. Please don't.
He's still doing my experiences, like he's in the habit of doing the YouTube voice. Whenever I see people have multiple channels, 2, 3, 4 channels sometimes, you need a really good reason for it. Like, not just a good reason. A good reason isn't good enough because there's actual drawbacks to it. You need a really, really good reason.
Take off, and then the Pat CC channel could be like a fun side project.
But that's never how it is. If you were to have, let's say, 10 channels, your organization, your ranking of them, your hierarchy, main channel to like the least main channel, the most side channel, is ordered, and it will always be pulled back to this. If you like have a soul, it will always be pulled back to your main channel will be the channel that you're the realest on, that you are your most real and most authentic self on. If you're going, oh, I'm gonna do this as a side thing, it's gonna be my side channel, it's not gonna make that much money. No, that's your main channel. Your side channel is what's making you money so you can do your main channel.
That would help me pay some bills and take some stress off my wildly inconsistent income at the time. Well, they offered me $250 an hour. I was obviously shocked, and
I like that he's saying this stuff. Not a lot of creators would make a video like this. People talk about like money as if it's this like, oh, money's the drug, bro, money's the drug. If you've experienced big YouTube numbers, like consistently big YouTube numbers, you can never go back from that. Like, it doesn't matter if it takes 5, 10, 20 years to go back to those numbers. You will continue to do whatever you can to go viral. And we see that now with all these people that like fell off, that try to stay relevant, and they do anything they can to stay relevant. And they're incentivized to do the craziest stuff, like FouseyTube and all them, you know? Because it really is a drug.
Streaming as easy and efficient as possible since I wasn't getting an hourly rate. So I decided that we were literally only going to do aux battles. I would go on
little mistake after little mistake after little mistake, it starts to pile up. These are the kinds of mistakes that everyone makes them at least once. Everyone. It's like they're unavoidable. Everyone will hedonically adapt their lifestyle. They'll be making $15,000 a month. They'll be making $20,000 a month, 50, 100,000 a month. And then the next month they'll make 50,000. And they'll go like, oh my God, they'll start freaking out. 50,000 a month, getting trapped into the same sort of monotonous, same content over and over and over again because his income dropped, but he was still, or rather because he was scared of his income dropping, even though it would have been at a safe level the entire time, is his fault.
It's almost like I still had my Twitch deal. And at this point, I felt like I hit the lottery. I had this series that was easy to make and easy to come up with fresh ideas. It made a ton.
This is a prison. This is an idea prison, actually. When your incentive structure, when your dopamine tracks the numbers, it's a prison.
People cared more about winning than introducing new and interesting music to the audience. On top of
That's
that,
true.
Sometimes I kind of live by this philosophy that like I'm not allowed to choose what I do, right? Like the views choose it, because clearly all you guys love it.
That's a major issue that plagues artists. You can argue it's your responsibility as a creator, as a creative individual, to take what's in your mind, not be swayed by what your audience, the consumers of your art want, and give them exactly what you have within you, and just hope it works out. And when money is on the line, that can never be 100% the case. But then you can even argue the opposite way, that art belongs to the audience, that you don't even get to decide what to do with it. That it's your responsibility to create what people want. That's a topic that's way too deep for this video.
It became more difficult to break 500,000 views, and the days of 1 million plus were kind of gone.
And this hurts. Yeah, but the obvious is like, people can make it work 100,000 views a video and they can still make a living from that. Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about anymore. We're not talking about making a living. Losing that growth, even when the numbers stay the same, it feels literally painful, like to even come to terms with that.
Clip of a song, the record label would take all of the revenue from the video.
Creators are not given opportunities to create like good businesses. Yeah, some conglomerate will go to like the biggest creators and they'll go, oh, you want to make Feastables, you want to make Prime Energy, you want to make this and that. You should be able to have a business that makes you millions, that completely, it dwarfs anything you'd make from YouTube, which can allow you to like be completely creative on YouTube to then make whatever you want and have it be two separate things. And that's my plan. That's what I'm trying to do. When I react to music, I want people to hear as much of the song as possible. I want them to hear the song along with me. And if that means I have to lose out on the money for it, so be it. I can handle that because I plan on making money through other means. And this is the problem. It's when you get both of these. It's when you get same repetitive content over and over again, aux battles, and then you get these on it. If you get this, okay, there's only one problem and it's the repetitive content. If you have this, okay, there's only one problem, it's you're low on money. But when they're both problems, what defense do you have against getting burnt out?
It's funny because I'm not even mad at the record labels anymore. but it is a major reason why music YouTubers lose motivation and quit.
Ooh, see, he's not going to get into that. This has been happening for years and years and years and decades. No one's doing anything about it. There were so many moments where people were like, okay, I'm done with record labels. I'm done signing. I'm going to go independent. It's like, why can't the people, the audience, like the underground audience, set up a pipeline for genuinely talented artists to be able to make a living doing music? And this, I mean, like this kind of thing would extend out, eventually would extend out into like YouTubers and producers and things like that, you know? But I'm counting all these guys as artists, as content creators, as people who put out entertainment into the world and other people want to consume that entertainment. And record labels get in the way of that. They ruin that. The record labels are leeches. They are parasites on the music industry, and they have to go. I remember even in 2016, there was like a huge wave of Atlanta artists that were like, no, I'm not signing to anybody. I'm going independent. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. What happened now? Everyone's signing again. You know, these record labels gotta die, dude. You can't force them to die. You can't go like, oh, let's like destroy their infrastructure or whatever, you know? You need to create a better solution. And that's where business opportunity lies for creators, is to create the thing that would help them actually. It's to create the new version of the replacement for record labels. You skate to where the puck is going. You skate to where the industry is headed, where you want it to be. And you create technology, products, and avenues to spend money and new transactions to create value that replace the kind of value that record labels claim to offer but actually lie about. And if Patrick CC were to go into that right now, he'd be like, he's trying not to go into it and trying to be brief because he doesn't want to like say he's like, oh, I'm a victim of the record labels. But straight up, bro, the entire industry is a victim of the record labels.
May or may not earn. In 2025, I'm going to make the videos that I want to make.
Respect.
And put them out whenever I feel like it.
Respect.